Christmas time in Kansas City. Look no further than the lights on Union Station. Now, you have a week to get your shopping done, but we have got a gift for you tonight. A 9-1 Kansas State team facing a tough and tested Nebraska squad.
K-State wants to make him be more of a scorer than a facilitator.
There's the facilitator and the scorer. Mr. New York City opens things up with the 3 ball. Jerome Tang, talk about a good feeling and atmosphere around a program. He said, hey, when you guys come to my practice, I want you to feel like you're coming to a family reunion. And he's got that warm vibe around his team. And he's also, let's face it, a tenacious, fierce competitor. Extra pass from Noel to Carter. Lawrence rips the board. Breidenbach, he can stretch the floor and does there.
We've already talked a lot about same kind of mindset. Kada would fall into that as a big physical foul.
Speaking of physical, Naquan Tomlin bangs it home. Kansas State up by 5.
Attention. You know, obviously the book is out defensively within the Big 12. So starting December 31st, he's going to have to pass out of a lot of double teams.
How about that? Falling from the Raptors of the T-Mobile Center with the slam. Noel loses Wilcher off the window. Walker back into the game, saddled with 2 fouls, comes down with the rebound. Johnson takes it away from Tominaga. 11 points for number 11.
Well, here's the steal. Number 1, you just can't cross over in front of anybody at this level. And then Johnson with his size and his strength right there. All he's got to do is put a hand down low, Pete. Disrupt the ball, and then the rest is history.
You say that like somebody with experience, trying to cross somebody over in the Big 8 or Big 12 now.
The Nebraska fans will appreciate that. I did that one time at midcourt. I think it was in Lincoln. I had Eric Strickland, Nebraska great, working me up the floor. And I think it was an ESPN highlight, if I'm not mistaken. So, yes, it did happen. And the ball moving, they're very good defensively.
Tomlin, look out! 13-point advantage, the biggest of the night for the Wildcats. Nebraska looks like they might end the half 2 for their last 11. The Wildcats use this as a last possession, and they will. Noel. Alive with the shot! No doubt! And an emphatic end to the first half for the Kansas State Wildcats. 13-point advantage. Brendan, your impressions of the first half. We talked about Nebraska's defense being up to the test, but they just really can't keep up with this Kansas State transition game.
Well, they do such a great job of pushing it, and it took a lot of time for K-State to really get going. The only way to get themselves back in.
Derek Walker Jr. barrels to the hole, absorbs contact, and finishes. Wilcher trying to get off the schneid. Vanderbilt bangs it home.
Well, nice find by Wilcher right there.
Johnson dials up a 3. Butter. 50% on the year. 19 points for Keontae Johnson. He is 3 of 6 from beyond the arc tonight. Back in Kansas City, a 16-point advantage for the Wildcats thanks to that guy, Keontae Johnson. 19 points, 6 rebounds, 3 steals, 2 assists. He's got 8 points so far in the second half. We're less than 5 minutes in. Here's a guy who didn't play basketball for 695 days in between collapsing of Florida and coming back to action for Kansas State. Boy, he is something special, continuing to evolve.
Physically gifted, you know, the talent is there.
Still up and under. Players dive on the floor. Breidenbach tangled up. Looks like a window into the YMCA on a Friday afternoon, but it's Saturday night. And Breidenbach fighting for the basketball. Jump ball. It'll stay here. Johnson triggers. Gasson touch pass back to Keontae, the floater. 21 points for Keontae Johnson. It is his night tonight in Kansas City. There, he couldn't convert, and here come the Huskers. Gary, circus shot, can't get it to fall.
Right there, broken floor, and Miss Bunny at the rim.
Sills out of control. Bandamel, wide open three. Too strong. Gary fights for the rebound and grabs it. Lawrence will take a stab at it. And he hits. And the Husker faithful heard from. 11-point advantage now for Kansas State. 4 minutes and 25 seconds since the last Kansas State score. Bandamel falls for two. And the lead is 9. 15-point win. And it's the best start since 2011 for Coach Jerome Tang. The best start in the history of the Kansas State program for a first-year coach. Jerome Tang really has delivered so far in 2022.
Well, they're athletic. That's the first thing that he did, was get this Wildcat team athletic. They're as athletic as they've been, honestly, in quite some time. And K-State's had some good teams in recent years, but they've been structured differently. And they have him right there. Keontae Johnson, keep an eye on him as you get into Big 12 play. Can he continue to produce like he has thus far and like he did here tonight?
Coach Jerome Tang feeling it. I'd say 90% of the crowd from the T-Mobile Center is still dancing with the first-year head coach. Rowing the boat. 71-56.